All right, I think I'm live. I'm having some technical issues. That's all good. That's all good. And we'll get Scott here back in just a moment. Um, so I'll copy the link and send it over to him just in case. That's what happens when you use technology. Oh, there's Scott. Boom.
I'm back.
It
Pretty.
logs me out of Facebook.
Mine did too. I think it must be a system-wide thing because it shut down a lot of different things today.
Okay, yeah, because I noticed it was my phone this morning, my
Yep.
other computer, and then I didn't even think I fixed it on Safari, but not Google.
I was at an event this morning, and all of a sudden, everything I couldn't get access to a lot of different things.
And of course, it would be at an event, right?
Yeah, exactly. So that was fun.
Could never be at a convenient moment. Let's see. Who do you want to work on today?
What are our choices?
We have you. You
That's
guys could,
always that's always good.
you guys could use some work. Rayanne still needs a sales page, but I need to get her stuff, her booking stuff, so she can use the Book Like a Boss, so she can automatically schedule an appointment, and then get that integrated completely with ActiveCampaign and her page. The dojo, and then over the weekend, we got so many submissions this week. I'm going to open them up in the group, and you can have at it. Mix them around. We'll let everyone decide, and you have final say. How's that?
Absolutely.
Then it's out of my hands.
Absolutely. I think it's a great idea.
But today,
So Sean and I were talking yesterday because I was showing him the lead magnet and how cool it was and what was coming together. And even though it wasn't complete, and I said, you know, I'm actually going to talk to Jena about having potentially multiple lead magnets.
yes and no.
That's why I wanted to talk about it.
So yes, you should eventually have multiple lead magnets, but you should have one complete funnel first.
Right.
And then on top of that funnel, you should test out different offers on the front end to see if any one of those will hone on your back end, your entry point offer, your core offer, your profit maximizers, and how that'll affect your lifetime customer value. But the problem is people are like, oh, I could use this as a lead magnet, that is a lead magnet, this is a lead magnet. And you never really gave the first one a fair shake.
Got it.
You didn't drive traffic to it. And then they're like, oh, well, that one's not working. Well, you sent 10 people to it, and they were probably poorly qualified.
Well, and that's what we were talking about yesterday because he was thoroughly impressed by Design Pickle and the work that they had done. And he said, it's fascinating. I said, what's even cooler is really there wasn't a ton of instruction that was given to him. I mean, it was kind of like make this look pretty, put it into something, and just what a great resource they are. So,
Well, the
uh,
hard part was the original content, obviously.
right.
I mean, you don't just pop out 101 tips for speakers from nowhere. Like, y'all guys had to put that together, and that's an incredible list. But no, and I mean, part of it is, the first couple times I used Design Pickle, it was not good. So you have to understand, first of all, what they are and what they're designed to be. So if you're needing logos, not going to work out. They're not branding, right? They are t-shirts design, print designs, social media designs, like where you already have a brand and you can hand it to them.
Right.
And so if I hand them, here's a logo, here are my 5, 3, whatever brand colors, or here's my brand guide. That's where we like putting brand guidebooks together so that we can just say, here's a link to the brand guidebook. I need a PDF for this. So the designer can just open up that brand guidebook and he knows everything of what it's supposed to look like. He knows the feel. He has a couple of images to go off of. Here's the content. Here's the title. I need it to be this size.
Right.
For print stuff, I'll even be like, for our worksheets, I'm like, I need it to be easy to print, because they'll come up with something that looks really cool, but it's really dark. And you know how toner and ink goes. It'll eat it right away. And then you have to understand creating and writing directions people can understand. That's like, what's that childhood task? Write me directions on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And then everyone trades directions, and you have to try to follow the other person's directions, and you do not end up with a normal peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So
exactly,
it is easy, but it's not perfect, right?
Right.
You have to understand what it's like to work with people and give direction.
Very true. Well, that's why it was fun. They've done such a great job of it. So we were just talking through different possibilities or where we could use what, or what direction we take, things like that. Just having a conversation of, once you have a something of that magnitude, something of that quality, it's like, dang, where else can we use this? Because it is really a fabulous piece.
It is, and it's coming along. And what's nice about it is I can make changes directly from my email.
Nice.
And so, I mean, I can do it inside the application as well, and they've got a great system for that. But more than that, they'll send me an email. I'm like, here's your design, and I can just shoot off a quick email. Like, I noticed they used that other page, the front page that we were like, no, not that one. That's too standard. Let's use the other one. And I was just like, hey, switch out the front page with the original one, and it's just done. In fact, let's go. I'm curious what they got done.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see.
The problem is it takes so long to load.
Yeah, it does take a while to load.
It's a lot faster when I'm not on live.
Yeah, no, I get it. Hey, Ellen, thanks for joining us. Michelle, Rubel, Dwayne.
The last bits.
We are? Awesome.
Oh, wait, hold on. 5 or 6. PDF. Yay, they got it all fixed up. There's the cover.
Yep.
26 pages.
Nice.
And not done.
That's pretty efficient, though. That's still pretty efficient.
All those pretty graphics. What is that? Beak.
Love how they tied the logos and the shading of the bars and the they've taken a lot of the design elements that we had in the logo.
Well, and that is what I didn't have to explain that.
Yeah, no, very, very cool.
Give me something that resembles this. And you can see, like, right here, this is like the fingers. The fingers create lines. This is the swoop of the fingers and lines with the gradient. How cool.
Yeah.
And the little bits here, you still got the same colors, the same look. And it really takes the brand to another level, and it makes it look like a very professional piece. And you and I both know neither one of us was putting this together.
Hey.
That's not, no. I said either of us.
No. I mean, they've done a fabulous job.
We'll put the content together. We're not making it look this pretty.
Yeah.
Up to 45. Let's see where we're at. Load. 52. All the pictures are different and unique. I feel like this is one that we need in the world today right now. Disagree without being disagreeable.
It's very interesting because I was at an event, as I was saying already this morning, and the speaker talked about how in his environment when he grew up, he got tainted against certain types of people. And he finally one day realized, how's that working for you? It's not. And we've really got to come together. And that's why, again, I think more collaboration, more working together, more understanding each other. And again, I don't think anybody inherently goes to put out bad stuff or do different things. Just don't think that's the way it is. So if we can help some people get their messages out and do better, I mean, that's awesome. That's what it's about. So what we want to do with U Plus One is we want to lift people up. I mean, fascinating to again, just some of the conversations and things that we're involved in on a day-to-day basis.
Trying to figure out, like, I see some stuff's been added that I don't remember before.
It's a work in progress. I mean, we've been working at it here or there, or every once in a while, Sean will jump into it and work on some of that.
You
can never leave U Plus One, because from this moment on,
you can never leave.
I don't know. We have fun doing recordings and a variety of different stuff. That was one that we did.
Actually teach you.
I think that was the original video we did, just to kind of explain how it came about, and why we were doing it more than anything else. I mean, we've recorded a lot of different things, so it's hard to tell exactly which one that is, and we've never really put it out. Again, sometimes you produce things with all the intention of putting it out, but that it never gets out. So.
Common problem.
Well, the other side of it is we all have, we're all in revenue production mode as well. We're not just in content production and not just in theory and whatever. So there are times where things take a different pace or tact or twist or turn. But again, while you're there, when you can produce something, you produce it so that you have it. Now you have a resource. Okay, is that what we want to use? I don't know. Maybe we want to use it. Maybe we don't. Question, do we want to add trainers in there too?
Speakers, coaches, and trainers get 101 actionable tips from global stage greats. What is the actual outcome?
Make more money. As far as the lead magnet is, remember we titled it 101 tips to make more from the stage to make more money.
Let's go back to that.
I mean, there was kind of a title change in the lead magnet, so we obviously need to be congruent with that. Speaker hacks to make more money. Like it. Yep.
You know what? I'm going to take this one. Speakers coaches, and trainers. And you could even, so, I mean, this is the beauty of the funnel right here, right?
Right.
Once all this is done, instead of even replicating your lead magnet, you can start A/B testing in a sort of fashion your landing page. So instead of making a generalized landing page for speakers, coaches, or trainers, you can make one just for speakers. So if you were driving direct traffic using something like Meet Leonard and Mass on LinkedIn, you could be looking for that keyword speaker and massively connect with people and share the link to the speaker. And all that can stay exactly the same. The opt-in can stay the same. The emails can stay the same. But that landing pages is all about speakers, and you might throw some pictures of people speaking on the stage in there, some testimonials that are specific to speaking on stage, those sort of things. But this way, this is the generalized one. Like, it's still unique, but it's a little bit more generalized. So speakers, coaches, and trainers get 101 speaker hacks to make more money from global stage grades plus an invitation to the U+1 community. Share your details to get your invitation. No one cares about the invitation. Speaker hacks by email today before you forget. Okay. Okay. Got some, let's change this real quick before we get into it. Plus access to amazing,
Bonus access. I like it. Bonus invitation.
U+1 community.
U+1, not U+ exclamation point.
You know what? I had my shift key down.
I know. I know why it happened. And trust me, that happens to me a lot when I type U+1. So I get it exactly. That's why I saw it. And then the power is in the add coaches in there too, just from a consistency standpoint. Speakers, coaches, and trainers. Nice.
I don't like using the word community twice, though.
Like that.
Okay, mentorship share. Share your opportunities with
I think a big part of it is there are a ton of speakers, trainers, coaches that are lone wolves out there. They're out there using their expertise and the experiences they have had and have a true heart and a desire to serve other people. But it's kind of what I said the other day as we were talking about this. Build it and they will come only works if they know you built it.
This is true. What kind of opportunities benefit from speaking opportunities?
Could be stages, could be affiliations. Support. Again,
stage.
I think a lot of, we've one of the groups or one of the groups that I'm connected to that we've connected U+1 to has the shared databases of the groups is into hundreds of millions. So again, if you've got a list of 12 but your work is important, having access to a group of people who are willing to collaborate to potentially send out information about upcoming events for you or with you, things like that. So part of it is it's not who you know, it's who knows you.
I understand. I'm back here live, Garrett. Can you come be on camera?
I don't think so.
You can go play air hockey.
I'm gonna go play by myself now.
You have to turn it on underneath it.
Nice to have air hockey at the office.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't get rid of it. We're downsizing and being efficient and minimalistic, and it has Marvel on the top. It has all the characters from all the movies.
Nice.
Couldn't do it.
I get it.
Could not do it. What am I looking for? Oh, I was looking for Facebook. You'll start hearing ping, 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 pong, ping.
Everybody flailing away.
Uh-huh. All right.
Nice.
I am looking for you. One, I'm going to get Scott over here. All right, you know what? I'll let you do that. Go get
What's
Scott.
that?
And then I'm actually going to open up Facebook on the other side so I can get some passwords.
So what do you need?
Invite Sean to the conversation. We'll know we're live. And then
I will do that.
The campaign. Oh, you know what? I need active posted.
He is a bit under the weather, and he doesn't get under the weather.
Active. It is actually, I heard it was like actually fall now.
Yeah, it's cool out this morning for sure.
I feel like normally in Texas it's still hot. I can't remember your, let me just go over here. Giving me so much information. No, I'm gonna have to look it up the hard way. Let's search. Can I search an individual message option, share photos? I can't remember your link to Active. Oh, found it. Yay! Be specific here. Warfare.
I sent it, but again, earlier I was at another event, and on the way I checked because he was a little under the weather yesterday, which he doesn't get under the weather. So,
oh, he's actually sick.
Sick. Yeah.
Oh. That's not
Well,
cool.
yeah, we know he's sick, but kidding.
Oh, that was way slow on me.
Yeah.
Did you misspell your own email address?
I didn't. Do we need me to look it up again?
No, you misspelled it in one of your Facebook messages to me. So when I copy pasted it, it did not work.
That is possible.
It happens. That whole double T thing.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys pretty much have nothing going on in here.
No.
It's a blank canvas.
It's a blank canvas, which is why I'm actually excited about it. I would love to create that's why moving to ActiveCampaign is and putting all this together. Even if you have things elsewhere, I think, this is a great segmentation of a brand and coming over and doing it all from the beginning. This is, we've been around
start from scratch.
Well, that's exactly it. That it's a great demonstration of how to start from scratch, right? That was
it will be
the idea.
I was like, oh my God, what is it talking about a CNAME record? That is not what I meant to click. I meant developer.
Yeah, we opened up the accounts so that you could do your magic. This is to show you
Ah.
off.
ActiveCampaign.
That's the exciting part of it all.
Make sure I get the right one and not mine. Oop, I think I copied some. There we go. Yay, success.
So it's now connected?
No, it's connected. No coding, just copy pasting on 2 pieces.
That's awesome.
So simple. Then we're going back to smart funnels. Okay, but we have some work over here that we need to do before we do anything. So let's go over here to list, because Kyvio is going to want some list. Name your list. This is going to be our lead magnet, and this is the 101 speaker hacks to make more money.
Nice.
And so this way I know exactly who came in, and you can move them off this list, and I'll have it make a tag so you always know what it's for. But let's see, where did B+1? Kartra. Is that the home page? If I go to U+1, it takes me to a cart. Oh, okay, y'all don't have it actually self-hosted.
No, we've built everything on Kartra as we started to build.
But you didn't CNAME map it.
U+1.com.
Well, you made it transfer to the Kartra page instead of doing the formal what's called a CNAME map, where you so you can do the same thing with Kyvio. So instead, as we move to Kyvio, I can have my guy. I don't do it because it takes me like 2 hours to do it. It takes him like 5 minutes. But you can go into the cPanel and create a CNAME that basically says every page that's in Kyvio will completely map to U+1.com. So instead of it being U+1.kyvio.com/homepage, it's just U+1.com/homepage.
Nice. Yeah.
But everything is still built, managed, and secure in the other platform, working smoothly. But this way, it looks, very professional, like you're, doing things right. You're receiving this because you opted into the U+1. Every day we work an ActiveCampaign, but this is part of the CAN Spam Act, is being able to tell people how in the heck they got on your list. But of course, who is abusing the list? It's always people that are like not in our country. Can't do anything about it, really.
Right.
So that's one. I'm going to actually just copy this so that I don't have to type all that. You are receiving this because
nice.
It's already brought in. And then we're going to have, after they get the list, what is the next step for them?
After they get into after they've gotten the lead magnet?
Yeah. How do you make money?
Well, we talk about some of the different products that we have. We talk about the travel savings passports.
Okay.
Or we talk about the U+1 lifestyle travel savings passport is one. U+1 travel club is another. We will have seminars. We will have both virtual and live product. We'll have a variety of different things.
It almost sounds like an affiliate community to me. So
to a certain extent, it is. It's a vetted, trusted resource network. We don't have to have all the. I mean, as much as we know about building websites, it would be much smarter to direct them to you.
So let's see.
Right. So think.
Community. Do y'all have books to sell?
Sure. I've written 13 books. Sean has written 4 books.
Man, that's actually Man, y'all could have a ton of entry point offers. Instead of lead magnets, y'all should do entry point offers.
Well, this is what one of the reasons that it's fun to work together, because we're at a point where the world is our oyster. We can take this and design it however, to a certain extent, it's about us, but it's kind of not about us. It's really about the community and serving the community with the products, goods, and services the community needs. Now, some of that is ours. I mean, some of the stuff that we produce, obviously. So that's why working with you, an expert in this process, it becomes important to create the strategy on how to go serve the community, how to serve the movement. What's the best way to put this together to do that?
We're going to do initial passport purchase. One create list. Dum, 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 dum. So I'm going to do initial passport purchase is like a first offer, because you and I discussed kind of an early, getting it at a far reduced cost one time. And then let's edit that, and core offer. What was the other one? It's the travel.
U+1 travel club. And that's when typically what's happening is people are using the travel savings passport. They save $500. They like the fact that they've saved money. And then they say, can I do it more often? And the answer is yes, you can do it more often by becoming a travel club member.
And y'all guys can see on the back end who becomes a travel club member, right? Okay.
Yep. Within our travel control panel, we can see who.
And how much is that a year?
You know what? $99 for U+1 for two people. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, I've got people who are saved $146 the first night they used it. So the ROIs and the paybacks and everything that's available here is just phenomenal. And again, the reason we got into it, because if you're a speaker, trainer, coach, you're traveling to put on events or to work with your clients. So if you save money, it's like making money. I can now apply more money into my business or into my social causes or whatever the case might be. So to a certain extent, we really provided it as a service. And oh, by the way, you get to travel some really cool places. I mean, we got week-long stays, 8 days, 7 nights in Thailand for $57.
What kind of bonus can you add to that to make it really specific to speaker, trainer, coaches? Like, y'all have books, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we could add my book.
Does the profit making the travel club allow you to either send some books, or do you have some content that can be easily created to, that's very speaker, coach, trainer specific?
Well, that's actually what we started talking about, the 101 speaker hacks. Right?
You could even have training that is 101 speaker hacks. It's like the full training.
Right.
Where y'all discuss each one of the 101 in like a 5-minute video.
Yep.
That's what I would do. And then I would add that as part of, like, if they buy the passport, a one-time fee. The passport full price is
$49.97.
$49.97.
You get a 10x return at $49.97.
That they get access to the full training with 101 speaker hacks for a lifetime cost, and they get the passport. So we had discussed lowering the price of the passport, but my concern there was that you cheapen the passport cost and that somebody might find a hack to just constantly come and use that to purchase the passport.
Right.
Let's try selling the passport. And if we do reduce it, make it like $37, right?
Right.
For a one-time fee, plus you get all those videos. And you and Scott are video pros at that green screen. I'm impressed. I can see he uses it on Facebook Live. Whip out 101, and y'all can use Facebook Live inside of the U+1 community, or you can just whip them out on YouTube, unlisted. Do that. Let's put them on YouTube unlisted. We don't give them away for free when we're offering them for sale. 101 videos. That's what I need y'all two to do.
Okay.
101, no more than 5 minutes each, videos that completely complements that list one by one, right?
Got it.
And explains each one of those, some stories or something like that, or like an elaboration of what that means. And what we will do is we will sell the training as a complement, because you and I discussed this. One of the best ways to use those passports is as a bonus to another purchase, right?
Exactly. And that's actually how we got into it. We got into it to say, come to our live event, X number of dollars for U+1 for 2 people. You have to come to the event investing in somebody. And oh, by the way, when you do, we'll give you $500 in travel savings as a thank you and a bonus. That is actually how we got into it in the first place. We got into it to use it as a tool, but what's happening is we've got people saving so much money that they're going, well, I want more. I want to save more. I want to do this. I want to do that. So we have it, people, including like Travel Club, into their mastermind. You've got to fly to see me, so we'll gift you Travel Club as part of your mastermind. I'm
going to interrupt your thought. What is your business address or whatever address y'all want to use for your emails for the Can Spam Act?
4020 North MacArthur Boulevard, MAC, capital ARTHUR Boulevard, Suite 122-183.
Right, 122-183.
Irving, Texas, 75038.
All right, done. Can Spam Act. This is almost the reason I originally got a Regis office. I didn't want to put my home address up there.
Right.
All righty. So now we got something going. All right, I'm going to go into my account. And one of the beauties here that we've got, what is that? Did I forget to name something? Obviously. And as I can just import. Oh, that's a copy. You know what? I meant to delete that one. I love how ActiveCampaign makes you really have to go out of your way to delete something. That way there's no accidental whoopsie.
That's nice.
Because whoopsies never happen. All right, new automation.
Wow, I just got a text from somebody using Travel Club. They just saved a bunch of money in Guatemala City, Guatemala for a 4-day stay. Isn't it? I mean, we got speakers and trainers using it around the world.
Garrett,
how cool is it?
Come back in like, how much time we got left? 20 minutes. Oh. I've got to make my templates easier. I keep forgetting that not everybody has an enterprise account. Cancel. I'm going to maybe do this. I'm going to go over to deals. So this is where you can track where everybody is in your sequence.
Nice.
And actually, and I think this, and I don't know it on the business, the third tier ActiveCampaign account, you get what's called attribution, where you can use UTM codes to start tracking people. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. Oh,
Nice.
we're going to call this the travel pipeline. Eventually, we can add Sean in here. We can do that. Permissions, save.
Right.
So the first one is going to be, I call it a cold lead. This is somebody, let's make it icy blue to represent cold. But that's going to be somebody that you put in there yourself manually, that you'd like to talk to, that you'd like to introduce this. So like you wanted to reach out to David Roberts about, helping to promote something, or
Right.
you wanted him to join. You're like, dude, you're a speaker, you're a coach, you're a trainer. I think he's all three. Why don't you join, right?
Right.
This is going to be, now you could add one right here that says like, make an offer to that cold lead, or call them or email them, or it's separate, right? So we'll do cold email. Make it green. I'm not doing a lot right here. This is more just for you tracking. You can come back here and see where everybody's at. And this is going to be, can I track them that well? If you wanted to get spiffy, you could say landed on the opt-in page, or landed on a blog, or went to the page something, but I'm just going to go directly to downloaded speaker hacks.
Nice.
We'll leave that in yellow because they are warming up. Let's make a new one, add a stage. So after they've opted in, we want them to bought a passport. And you can always come back here and add more. Bought a
Travel club.
Travel club. Bought. This is like at the most simple level. I wanted this one to be orange. Nice and warm and toasty. Go into red hot.
Nice.
And then I usually like to do something like you might want to add a call here.
Mm-hmm.
You literally take the time when you see people here, you make a phone call and you drag them here. Right? Because
Nice.
this part, these three I can automate inside ActiveCampaign, but I can't make ActiveCampaign call people for you, right? But
Right.
if people are here that you might want, and not here, that you might want to call them, right?
I think that's awesome. Yep.
Same thing with here, or mail a thank you letter. Or I heard this one guy I know has this thing that automates sending cards.
Yeah, we've got that called U+1moment.com. So that's another product. Again, free. We give free accounts to people at U+1moments.com.
All right, so we're going to go back to automations. Since you have an advanced ActiveCampaign account, it will let me do this, and it's not going to let me pass until I do it. We're going to put them in the travel pipeline, and this one is once they've downloaded.
Nice.
You can be the owner. Next. From, that is not quite your name.
You can make that from Scott at U+1.com if you want. Probably more consistent with the branding.
Do you actively check all those separate emails?
I do.
I'm going to leave it here because it's not a huge ordeal. And since you might, here's the thing, with you being kind of like more of an affiliate type club and community, then you would have several different email addresses, and here somebody can whitelist Scott Schilling.
Yep.
And always get Scott Schilling. As long as it's not a Gmail, Yahoo, ActiveCampaign actually will not let you do that. They want to keep their deliverability rate up.
Got it.
Okay, so it's telling me no Facebook ads, but you can do that later.
Yeah, we're actually, Sean is we have done some Facebook ads, but Sean has done that portion of it.
Those are custom audiences because ActiveCampaign can actively put people in and out of Facebook custom audiences. so that you can only advertise to them. So on that note, you know, I had that cold lead list, right? There's a reason I keep that list in here. Why won't it save? Send. My button, there we go. Man, my computer had a moment. I have that cold email list there because I can then start an automation that says every single person that is added to that deal spot is then automatically added to a custom audience inside of Facebook. And what does that mean? It means now that instead of trying to advertise quite expensively to everybody on Facebook, or, you know, some interest group or something like that, I can upload a minimum list of 100 people of highly targeted cold leads that I want to reach out to, or people I want to know about me, and start that on Facebook again. I just enter them on ActiveCampaign and they're automatically added, and I can start to tell them a story on Facebook. On
Nice.
week one, you can do it by the week. On week one, I'm going to inundate you with ads about, I don't know, speaker hacks, right? And, or you know what, week one, I'm just going to straight up tell you, I'm going to have a quick 1-minute video of down and dirty, super fast, you know, 5 speaker hacks that I can give you in 1 minute, you know.
Right.
That ad costs nothing, and you're going to take one of your posts and just blow it up, right? And then I'm going to have another ad going for week 2 and week 3 promoting, you know, come and get my opt-in. And then I'm just going to blow them up with that opt-in until they go get that opt-in. So it's this little sneaky way that you can get into the heads of very hyper-specific targeted people on your list without spending a fortune.
Nice. Love
There's
it.
my little rant for the day.
No, that's awesome.
And I was trying to explain this to my We Coach Kyvio members yesterday, and you know, they were like, I don't get it. And I was like, I get it. You're not supposed to get it. All right, it's not going to let me in here. I need to really simplify this template. Why did it let me do it the last time? Oh, because the last time it wasn't the next step. Oh, if they're in the list. If they are in the passport list, that's why. So this is basically saying at any given point, if they buy the passport offer, that I'm no longer going to send them these emails. I'm going to match them as a... Trying to delete this. I'm just going to create a wait time here to see if it'll get it off the lines.
Awesome. It's pretty fascinating just seeing this whole process come through.
I'm not used to having this much problem with a template. There we go. I had to take them off the lines. All right, so this is our goal, is that they've purchased. Initial passport purchase. Cool. Jump to this action. So basically it says anytime they enter that other list, which means they actually made a purchase, that automatically they're going to stop getting emails and it's going to mark it as a goal.
Nice.
Wow,
the other side of this that's so fascinating to me is how it tends to organize your thoughts. And once you do this, it's done.
Yep. And you know what? Somebody was saying, oh, I just can't learn this stuff. And I was like, man, there was a time I couldn't do anything, but somehow I managed to teach myself. I didn't even go to school for it. It's just one of those, at some point you realize you know more than most people who say they know it.
Right.
All right, so our structure is sound now. All right, delivery. Now, we don't actually have the delivery email, but we're going to go write the email. Let's give you some graphics. I thought I had relay that open, but I don't see it. work just on this one. Hi. Hello. Thank you for trusting us, or trusting, thank you for one. To get to know myself and Sean. How do you spell Sean?
S-E-A-N.
I got it. Sean. Getting to know myself and Sean. Your download is ready. "101 speaker hacks to make more money." Eventually, we will actually add a link to that one. Can be seen. You can get your download here. And that's going to actually be the link. Just in case there's something wrong, they can always copy paste into the browser, right? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, let's say you do not hesitate to email me back. Thanks for your support. We're going to skip that part because your picture is going to be right there.
Nice.
Let's see what kind of pictures I have. You gave me like a whole list. Actually, did I put together a drive for y'all guys? I think I did. I'm not sure if I gave y'all access.
Yeah, I think you did.
Did you put pictures in
it? Don't remember. Probably not.
All right, let's go to my team drive over here. U+1. If you don't remember, the answer is probably no.
Been doing a lot of stuff, so.
I moved a bunch of your stuff over here. I'm going to put you and Sean in it.
I think that's great.
Just stick with the consistent image.
Yep.
Oop. I'm in there. Create folder. People.
Nice. Go to the people folder. We're people.
People.
We count.
So now I've got a nice little image of you and Scott.
Sean.
You said you have a U+1 Facebook group.
U+1 community.
I'm actually going to put that one in your email.
I think that's great.
If somebody clicks there, that they're not going to your personal page or business page, that they're going to go to the group that you actually want them in.
Right.
There's no group.
It's probably set up as community, actually.
That would be a group.
That's what I would think.
I think you have it as a page. A community.
Go look.
It's still a business page. Is that where you actually want to drive traffic, or do you want them in an actual group?
Well, now's our time to put it together. What's the best way to have this?
Open image in new tab, save image to downloads. A group.
Okay.
And the reason is people actually see posts in a group. U+1.
Does that page need to be tweaked then?
No, that is a page. You can't do anything with it. A page and a group are not the same thing.
Got it.
Maybe.
See the things you learn?
I think I'm automatically added because I'm creating it. We're going to create it. So now you're learning how to create a group live.
Exactly. That's awesome. That was originally the idea.
This is so much better than a page. In fact, aside from a single U2 or U+1 page, this is where I would do most of my activities, is get people to do things in here and get them to join here. And there's some amazing things you can do by making this a free group and driving people just to the group. Like saying, I'm going to do a training every single day in my group. One, you don't annoy the people on your friends page, but now you have that.
Oh,
So
that's awesome.
To group settings. Link page color. I'm going to change the color just because we can. It's a color that looks like U+1. Customize address. U+1. Boom, boom, boom.
Nice.
Look at that pretty URL.
So have you modified? Must be because it's refreshing on my end. What is it? I'm sorry.
I said now that your what is it called? Signature in your email is going to go to that Facebook group, and I think that's going to be a big thing we want to drive everyone to. And if you wanted to use ActiveCampaign in a much more manual way, trying to get and adding that to that deal structure and getting people into the Facebook group is going to be a big aspect. Like some of these big affiliate marketers, again, which is essentially what you are, is they are putting 5,000, 10,000, 50,000 people in a group because you have a dedicated group of people now that you can sell to, is what it comes down to. So we're going to go over to LinkedIn.
So where is that? What's that URL there that you just created?
Do I have a Facebook open? I'm making your life complicated, aren't I?
No, it's great. It's actually one of the things, again, I think this is the reason that you create collaborations and work together, is because people, you do the best you can with what you know. And all of a sudden, somebody knows more. I'm all for it. The only thing I want to do is get it right and help people. I know a lot about this stuff. I'm not the technician. I'm the person who points to it and says, you need this. And this is who I work with and why. Right?
Yeah. Schilling.com. So now I've got an email button for you, a LinkedIn button, and a Facebook group for you. Your name is definitely not Jena. Do you have any letters after your name?
No. I mean, what kind of letters you want to have?
I don't know. What is your title, mister? That's one I don't think we've ever discussed.
It depends on where I am when.
Give me a funny one. Like, it doesn't have to be super serious. It just needs to be something.
Okay, I'm a PPE. No, PPC. I'm a PPC. Personal Persuasive Communicator.
Personal?
Persuasive Communicator.
Persuasive?
Or Professional Persuasive Communicator.
Communicator. Professional sounds a little better.
Yeah, Professional Persuasive Communicator.
How do I get typing up there? I clicked on the wrong spot. Professional. How do you spell professional?
PROFE.
Persuasive Communicator. Scott at scottschilling.com. And then we're going to highlight this and we're going to make it clickable because I'm assuming people have no idea what they're doing.
Nice.
got that little, how did I end up moving? I did a whole thing where I moved this, it got it flat down here, but I'm just gonna take it off the page. Okay, thanks for your support. And look forward to seeing you on stage profitably. Okay, and just the image, and I'm going to make that image before we go. So
All right.
to U+1. Style, size. I need a banner. Itty bitty skinny thing. I don't even know what Patreon is.
Patreon. What kind of banner are you looking for?
I'm just going to kind of create one from what you got.
Okay.
Look at that. Can I?
Nice.
Boom, U+1. And then because that has U+1 in it, we're going to go for the icon. Let's see if I still have your logo. Can I search you?
We got plenty. I can send you plenty.
I just keep on trying to clean my stuff out. PNG right there.
Oh, that's lifestyle. Lifestyle is travel passport.
There we go.
There you go.
Icon. Second one. So it's actually, I guess, now I have it duplicated. That's okay. I'm just going to delete that. Turn it off. I've got that kind of in there. And I think I have an overlay. I do. Yeah, I'm just going to turn that one off too. I think the picture is sufficient. I mean, I could add a speaker in there or something, but I'm going to go with that for right now. It's not the most perfect, but we're going to go with it.
Awesome.
It has some connectivity with the different services you're using and pictures you're already. Create new folder. U+1 travel stuff, because y'all are going to have a couple different things going on. Let's keep it specific. Dum, 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 dum. Upload.
It's looking good.
If it would upload.
What do you need?
I need it to upload.
That'd be good.
No, the other day I couldn't get my letters to be lowercase, and today I can't get them to be capitals. When it's working, there we go. Nice job. I like a little bit of, go get him, Tiger. I got to reward you for good behavior. Now it uploads it.
Nice.
There we go. So I got a little U+1 graphics. Now you could take that out. You could add more words. But more than anything, the first email is done.
Nice.
For adding the links. We have to come back and add links. We're going to go to next. Make sure all of our headlines and all that boring stuff looks good. Delivery. I'm going to put brackets here so that people open it. Or 101 speaker hacks. Now, I'm actually going to not add the last bit of that to make more money. And I'm actually surprised I passed spam check because I included it one time. Any kind of like make more money, Cialis, all these weird things that people typically spam with. They get a little harped on. In fact, for this one, because they're expecting it, I'm not even going to take the time to make that go away. If they don't actually want the emails, I want them to opt out now.
I'd agree.
Delivery. Let's turn off Google. Boom. First email done and out the door. We've added them as a deal.
Nice.
What was the other thing? Didn't do a start trigger. Subscribes to a list.
Yeah, we want to keep on building, and we want people to share as well, obviously.
All right, so whenever they're out of the lead magnet there, speaker hacks. And then we are going to wait. I'm going to come over here and create one more list. The U+1 community. And so basically that is going to, let me just copy it. That's going to be everybody that you have.
Got it.
So ultimately, everybody will be in that one list where you can easily email everybody.
Awesome.
No matter what you're selling, what their lead magnet was. I mean, you can do that manually too. But I like to have just one U+ community. That way, if you get too many lists or you're no longer using them, you can move all these people out, put them all in here, and just keep the pieces you need. But I'm back to my automation. I see this red dot means it's off, so I'm going to edit it. Edit it. Game logic fear campaign for a lead magnet. Speaker hacks.
I love that.
And then turn it on. Not that we're putting anybody in yet. And then I'm going to send the delivery email, and then I'm going to wait 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, I am going to subscribe them to that general one, so everyone ends up in the community. I'm also going to add a tag, speaker hacks. Call it a lead magnet. So this way, it's automatically going to add this tag in that person. So again, even if you delete that list, you know that they came in off a lead magnet speaker hacks.
Nice. I think it's absolutely, it's awesome to, have the categorization and the, compartments and everything. Awesome.
All right.
Very
so
excited.
I'm going to call that a day since it's 10:11 now for this particular one. And here's the benefit of not having to build this from scratch.
Yep.
Look at that.
That's pretty awesome.
So we completed from here all the way to here. We still need to edit this email, and that email. And that will be easier when we actually have more on our pages done. But here's where that sidetrack. I did not mean to spend all my time in ActiveCampaign today. But it really comes down to this over on Klaviyo. You have your whole page built, and everyone's like, well, I got the page. That's what all these people forget. So my husband went and got ClickFunnels because he was mad at me, was trying to be a vicious human being. I know, right? Playing with the competition's cool. But he built this page and they make it seem so easy. And don't get me wrong, Kyvio's in the same direction, except they add email integration and membership and a couple of other things. But what it really comes down to is if you cannot integrate them, that was the hard part. He's like, I built this cool page and then I got nothing. Nothing. That's kind of why I wanted to do these live. You have to integrate them. Subscribe to an email list. ActiveCampaign, it's going to retrieve my data. Lead magnet, 101 speaker hacks. I don't have a thank you page yet, but we're going to work on that. They don't get to be a member yet, although that is an option. You could make them a free member, something to consider, that all people get access to the back end to certain things for free. And that's that part where that part's done. Like I said, I still need a thank you page, but I got that part. And same thing here. Subscribe to an email list. Make it ActiveCampaign. Speaker hacks.
Yep.
All thank you. And now, like, this is essentially built at a thank you page, and you can copy this over and over and over again. I just recommend don't do more than one a week and have a full system to drive consistent traffic to that each lead magnet page that you have. We're going to hit save. And now we have the start of a working thing. And as soon as I bet Design Pickle finishes probably tonight. I mean, they've only got one. They're really good at turning over each piece in one day. Like they separated it out, right? They broke it down into 7 projects. So they should be done. Oh, you know what? Today's Friday. Yesterday was their Friday because their employees are all in the Philippines, except for their leadership. So it might be Monday. Oh, either way, Monday. Hello, because their Monday is our Sunday.
Yep, we're good. Awesome.
So I hope that was. I feel like I'm completely boring sometime. I'm gonna have to step it up.
No, I think it's good. I mean, sometimes when it gets a little technical, it just is what it is. It takes, but I mean, I think there's some great lessons in today. Thinking that you have a group page set up when you don't have a group page set up. I mean, things like that are really important.
Well, like you said, I think it makes everyone think about the process and what they're missing, and that's where those templates are great. It's like, oh, add a Facebook custom audience. You're like, but I don't have one.
Yeah.
Add a deal structure. I don't have one.
No, it's great.
And then over the week, I'm gonna start formalizing it. There's a lot of people in the queue to join the Facebook group, and there's a lot of people that have signed up that we're going to start mixing it up and trying to move faster and formalize this. So very exciting. If you do want us to work on yours, it's not all about Scott here and I.
That's right.
Go to doublefunnel.tv and submit for yours to be picked.
Yep.
Guys.
We'll get after it.
Thank you, Scott.
Have a fabulous week.